Welcome to the Decision Support Informatics help video for the MAP Algebra application as part of the hypothesis verification system. This exploratory tool allows you to perform simple calculations on multiple raster layers over any area of your interest. To get additional text help, click on the Help button. If you're ready to launch the map, click on Launch Map. To begin, navigate by zooming in and out or panning to your area of interest. Begin by zooming and panning to your area of interest. You can zoom in and out with the plus and minus keys or your scroll wheel. For this sample, we're going to look at Europe. Once you've navigated to your area of interest, now you can choose the data sets to load in. Moving over to step 1, we have many raster databases available. Select the heading you're interested in, and then underneath it you'll see all the available layers. There are many hundred layers available. For this example, we're going to compare CO2 emissions from human sources to human population. So we'll navigate to the Emissions tab and select all CO2 emissions from human sources. Next, we'll go to Population and select Population for the same year. You can select as many layers as you like. Once you're satisfied with your choices, click Choose. Next, we want to build an expression that will compare the CO2 emissions to the population. By going to step 2, we can begin building our expression. To make your expression, you need to select a layer and select an operation between them. Starting with the population of the world, we want to compare it to CO2 emissions. We can select to add, subtract, multiply, or divide the two layers, or multiply by a constant. In this case, we'd like to normalize the population by their CO2 emissions. So we select the two layers in the drop-down boxes, and then click the Divide button between them. Once you're satisfied with your choices, click Add to create a new expression. This expression is stored under expression A. If you'd like to make more expressions, you can do so. For example, what if we wanted emissions multiplied by the population? We simply select both layers and multiply. This will create a new expression. Going back to expression A, we're looking at the population normalized by the CO2 emission. We'll choose this expression to visualize. Now we need to select an area we're interested in. You can either choose a point and draw a circle around it, or draw a freehand polygon. Because we want to examine an irregular area, we'll draw a polygon. Each time you click, you add a vertex to the polygon. And we'll select most of Europe. And then double-click to complete the polygon. Once the geoprocess is completed, a new raster will be added, which will show your expression. Some results are given below. You can also download this raster data if you'd like to use it in a different source. You can compare this new raster data to any of the previous layers. For example, we can select population from 1995 and examine how these two layers interact. By turning down the surface transparency, we can see the overlapping layers. Moving down, we'll see a simple legend, and you can toggle the data source's citation off and on. If you'd like to load more expressions or visualize something else, click on the Clear button and try again.